Somewhere in your mind, there is a memory you have replayed so many times that it no longer feels like a memory. It feels like evidence. Evidence that you were never good enough, that people cannot be trusted, that taking a risk ends in humiliation, that love always disappears. But here is the disturbing part. Each time you replay that moment, you may not be preserving it. You may be editing it. Imagine a 12-year-old girl named Maya standing in front of her class. She has spent an entire week preparing a presentation. Her notes are perfect. She knows exactly what she wants to say. Then she looks up. 30 faces are staring at her. Her mind goes blank. She stumbles over the first sentence. A boy near the back laughs. Her hands begin to shake. The teacher walks toward her and reaches for her notes. Years later, this becomes one of Maya's clearest memories. She remembers the whole class laughing. She remembers the disappointment on her teacher's face. She remembers sitting down while everyone watched her fail. And without realizing it, Maya makes a decision. She is not someone who can speak in front of people. That decision follows her into adulthood. She stays silent in meetings, even when she has the best idea in the room. She turns down opportunities that require a presentation. She watches less qualified people move ahead because they are willing to be seen. Whenever someone asks why she avoids attention, she has an answer. I've always been terrible at speaking. Then, more than 20 years later, Maya meets an old classmate. They begin talking about school, and somehow that presentation comes up. Her classmate remembers it differently. Only one boy laughed, and the teacher immediately told him to stop. The teacher did not take Maya's notes because she had failed. She handed them back after helping Maya find her place. And Maya did not sit down. She finished the presentation. Now the classmate's memory might not be perfectly accurate either. That is the point. Neither of them stored a video. The human brain does not record the past like a camera. It captures fragments, an expression, a sound, a physical sensation, the emotional meaning of the moment. Later, when you remember the event, your brain rebuilds it. It fills missing pieces with what you believe now, how you feel now, and what has happened since. The memory feels complete because your brain hides the construction process. You experience the finished story, not the editing room. When an experience first happens, the brain gradually stabilizes the memory. Scientists call this consolidation. For years, many researchers believed that once a memory became stable, it remained fixed. Then experiments revealed something strange. Under the right conditions, recalling a memory can make it temporarily flexible again. During this period, new information may affect how that memory is stored. The brain then stabilizes it once more through a process called reconsolidation. This does not mean every memory changes every time you think about it. Some memories resist change, and scientists still debate exactly when and how reconsolidation occurs. But the larger truth is clear. Remembering is an active process. A memory can weaken, grow stronger, acquire new details, or take on a different emotional meaning. This creates the memory paradox. The more often you remember an event, the more certain you may become about a version that has been revised many times. Think about a story you have told for years. Maybe it is the day someone betrayed you, the moment your parents made you feel invisible, the relationship that convinced you that you were difficult to love. The first time you remembered it, you recalled the event. The next time, you also recalled your previous memory of the event. Slowly, the version you repeated became easier to access than the original experience. The story became sharper. The uncertainty disappeared. And eventually, you stopped saying, "Something painful happened to me." You started saying, "This is who I am." That is where memory begins rewriting the future. Your brain uses the past to predict what will happen next. If your past says that speaking leads to humiliation, you avoid the stage. If your past says that closeness leads to abandonment, you keep people at a distance. If your past says that failure proves you are incapable, you stop trying before anyone can judge you. Then your choices create consequences. You miss the opportunity, the relationship remains shallow, the skill never develops. It looks as though the memory predicted your future. In reality, it helped produce it. Maya's childhood presentation lasted a few minutes, but the meaning she attached to it shaped more than 20 years of decisions. The event ended. The prediction continued. So what can you do with this? Start by choosing one memory that still seems to define you. Do not ask, "How do I make this disappear?" Ask a better question. What conclusion did I draw from this event? Maybe the event was real, but the conclusion was too large. "I failed once" became "I always fail." "One person rejected me" became "Nobody will choose me." "I was powerless then" became "I am powerless now." Do not replace the past with a comforting lie. That solves nothing. Keep the event. Question the sentence you built around it. Then bring the memory into contact with information it did not have when it was formed. You were 12. You were frightened. You had no experience. You did not know that one person's cruelty could say more about them than it said about you. You did not know that a frightened child and a helpless adult are not the same person. Then give your brain new evidence. Take the smallest action that contradicts the old prediction. Speak once in the meeting. Set one boundary. Trust someone with one honest sentence. The goal is not to pretend the past never happened. The goal is to teach your brain that the past is no longer the only available ending. For deeply traumatic memories, this process can be difficult and painful. Getting support from a qualified mental health professional is not weakness. Some memories should not be confronted alone. But for many of the stories quietly controlling your life, the first step is simply noticing that they are stories. Powerful stories. Painful stories. But still stories built by a mind trying to protect you with information from another time. Maya cannot return to that classroom and change what happened. She can change what the moment means now. She can stand in a meeting, feel her heart race, and speak anyway. And when nothing terrible happens, her brain receives new evidence. The past is still part of her. It is no longer in charge of her. So think about the memory you return to most often. Is it showing you what happened? Or is it repeating what you once believed had to happen next? Your past happened once. Your memory of it has been rewritten many times. And the version you choose to strengthen today may shape the history you create tomorrow. If this changed the way you see your own memories, subscribe for more videos that reveal the hidden psychology behind everyday life. And share this with someone who may still be living inside an old chapter. Sometimes the future begins when we finally stop treating the past as a prophecy.